I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to talk about Game 94, where the Astros win 5-2. Oh, that got way too scary. Who needs coffee? That 8th inning was a slap to the face. Okay, so before we get on to the game, we're going to take a pit stop and talk about everyone's favorite pitcher, Lance McCullers Jr., right? So this was a great update for the evening. Lance makes his first rehab start tonight in Corpus Christi, and he pitched really, really well. 2 innings of work, 3 strikeouts. The best part of it, no walks. Yeah, he had a hit by pitch, but no walks. That is just so incredibly encouraging. Just like his first game back, and he was throwing strikes well, was incredible. 40 pitches to get through 2 innings, which is not wonderful, but overall, I see this as an absolute just step so far in the right direction for Lance McCullers' rehab. I am getting that news. I was just elated. The Astros' top 3 could very, very, very soon be Verlander, Fromber, Lance, and that is just, if that doesn't make you excited, there's something wrong with you. So back to the actual Houston Astros and not our minor league teams and Lance. We actually will circle back to him. Jose Altuve, first inning tonight. Leadoff home run, puts the Astros up 1-0 in the first inning. Awesome. Fantastic. A lot of fans were talking about making T-Mobile Park this, like, mythical place and to give it a reputation by booing the Astros. And guys, it simply, it doesn't work. Like, the Astros' worst season of the past few years was the one where no fans were there at all. Like, we did our worst when there was no one to heckle us. When fans were back yelling and screaming at us, we won the pennant. And this year, it looks like we honestly might win another one. We actually look better this year than we did last year. Significantly. Also, Lance McCullers Jr. with a couple of absolute just top ring elbows. Apollo Hugh, just, Lance, you did not have to go that hard, but you did for us. Thank you. So the Astros grow the lead later on. 4th inning. Yordan Alvarez homers. I'm not shocked at this point, if I'm being honest. Yordan Alvarez is a monster. He is a world eater, and there is nothing you can do to stop him. He only, and I say only so incredibly loosely, but it's just so darn fun saying it, only has 28 home runs this year. It feels like he's gone yard every game. It really does. Like, it just feels like I'm constantly talking about Yordan Alvarez having monster nights. And he had another one tonight. Couple of RBIs. He had the home run. 3 hard hit balls. He drew a walk. Like, his worst contact of the night was a 101 mile an hour ground out. He is a beast in the box this season. It just makes you giddy. And then you go to the 5th inning where Martin Maldonado hits a home run. And it's 3-0 Houston. That would go on to be the game-winning run, by the way. Martin Maldonado is rocking a over 170 WRC plus in the month of July. I don't know. I don't know how that's a sentence I'm saying out loud. And then Yordan helps grow the lead even further with a sac fly in the same inning. It's 4-0 Houston. And in the 6th, it would get all the way up to 5-0 Houston with a Jake Myers RBI single. And you think, man, we're just going to cruise to a victory. A massive lead against the Mariners. Like, great. It's a great time. And then the scary started. Ty France homers, but it's no big deal. It was only 1 run, and that, soiled the shutout for Jose Urquidy, who still pitched a really great game, and I'll talk about that later on. But hey, it's only 1 run. Nothing to be worried about. No concern here, buddy boy. We're solid. We head to the 8th. So Maton comes into the game. And Maton, I've said this a few times, either comes in and completely just flames out and does nothing, or pitches at another realm of good. And today, it was not the second one. J.P. Crawford singles. That's not wonderful, but you can get around it. Then Ty France walks. That's not the best, but, it's still only 2 base runners. You're still okay. And hey, a pop out by Jesse Winker. That's fine. You're good. And you weren't. Carlos Santana walks. And now you're in a not wonderful position, because now it's bases loaded with 1 out. You pull Phil Maton, you bring in Ryan Stanek. He comes into a cold game with the bases loaded, 1 out, I remind you. He walks Eugenio Suarez, and all of a sudden, Mariners, in the 8th inning, of a game where we led by a lot, have the bases loaded, and the go-ahead run's batting. And I've seen this story before, and please, for the love of God, I don't want to watch it again. Look, Phil, it's great that you appreciate the musical stylings of Brooks Raley, right? Fun pitcher, total stat nerd for people like me, right? Neato spaghetto pitcher. But if you're gonna remix some of his work, pick a good song. This is not the Raley type beat that I wanted you to recreate here, Phil. I didn't want it, but now we have it. And game-saving play by Jeremy Pena, because Kyle Lewis lines one, a 770 expected batting average on this play. Right, it was just hit perfectly for a line drive, and it should have been down, but an incredible play, a web gem for Jeremy Pena to get the second out, and then a strikeout to end the inning. Ryan Stenek, it was just a walk. Like, he didn't pitch poorly by any means. Ryan Stenek pitched well enough to get us out of it. It was just unfortunate he came into a very, very dirty inning. But that was way too close for comfort. So that was terrifying. Starting pitching, Jose Urquidy. Interesting game, about one hard hit ball an inning. I believe it was 6 in total, so it's right around where you'd like it to be. Not wonderful, not terrible. 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 4 hits, 1 run. It was on the home run. Not a bad game by Jose Urquidy whatsoever. I thought it was fine. He continues to pitch pretty well. It was a solid game for Jose Urquidy. Seth Martinez, another scoreless appearance, and man, Seth Martinez continues to be quite impressive out of the pen, and I don't know, man. I think he genuinely should start to become a consideration for important innings. I think at this point I'd rather him over Maton. And I don't think that's like a hot take or a only my opinion. I think that should just be generally accepted. Phil Maton, speaking of which, moving on. Ryan Stenek, I mean, hey, got bailed out on one play for Jeremy Pena, you couldn't think of there, but also a big strikeout in a big moment, so good enough. And then 9th inning, Hector Neris comes in, gets out of it, did give up a base hit, which wasn't wonderful, but gets out of it nonetheless, and the Astros pick up a win and snap the Mariners' 14-game winning streak, which, incredible that the Astros were able to yesterday knock off the Yankees twice, but then tonight to be able to go into the Mariners, who have been the hottest team in baseball over the past couple of weeks, and knock them off, which granted, it got close at the end, but to do it relatively dominantly in their house, perfect. And the Astros will look to take the series tomorrow. We send Justin Verlander to the mound, and the Mariners are going to send Logan Gilbert to the mound. So a pitcher's duel tomorrow afternoon, 4:10 Eastern, 3:10 Central, and I am really looking forward to that. That should be a masterfully pitched game, and I'll be here afterwards to talk about it. But that is all I have to say for the evening, so thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day, and as always, go Astros, and also get some sleep.